What is the story with Hank Reynolds?
Actually, I got a spy report on Hank Reynolds. He's not coming in.
Okay.
Someone else is coming in, though.
What happened to Hank?
Hank got hit by a car.
Oh my God, is he dead?
No, he's fine. He's in ICU over in Bellevue, but he got hit by a car.
Bellevue?
He's
That's
in Bellevue.
a nut hut.
No, they have a medical wing.
They do?
Yeah,
I wouldn't go
on,
there.
But yeah, Hank.
Fine, let me just fucking slow it down so we get to this. He's fine. He's in the ICU. That never has been fucking said in history.
It looks like he's going to pull through.
Do Sein-Pep telling me the story.
Looks like Hank got hit by a car. Don't worry, though. He's in the ICU.
It's really fucking good. I would love to tell you it was awful. It's better than yesterday.
What's the deal with hospital food? It blows.
Oh, let's see who did this tweet. I want to go to the gym, but my stupid friend Jermaine Lassier is on 202 Friends right now.
LV MMA?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Larry, my friend Larry. It's a good guy.
Fuck Larry.
That's what I say, too.
Why can't you go to the gym by yourself, Larry?
I'm not. What am I saying? Anything interesting? I don't know.
What does he need, a fucking man to steam with? What gym you guys going to?
I don't know. I don't go to the gym with him. He lives here.
Oh, so he just wanted to listen.
He's
to
just
you.
listening. Yeah.
Okay. I thought he couldn't go to the gym without you.
No. I'm going. I'm going from here right to see Book of Mormon this afternoon.
What time is that?
2. Very excited.
What'd you pay for your tickets?
Well, $137.
I'll give you $138 for it right now.
Kind of nice. Yeah, no, it's the only time I can go. It's the only time I can go. I'm not coming back for a couple months, so this is it.
Do me a favor. Scream out in the middle of this thing. First quiet moment. I'm Mormon, and this shit isn't funny. I think it'll give a huge laugh. Especially after it comes after a really big laugh. One of those big rolling laughs. You just fucking stand up, make sure you're wearing a white shirt and a tie, and yell out, "Hey, I'm Mormon, and this shit isn't funny." Hicks, you're waving to me that somebody's coming in?
Yeah, looks like it. I mean, we all know that Hank got hit by that car and, is all laid up. But right now, we got Barry Delmore coming into the fucking room.
Well, it's Barry Delmore. There's nothing to him. He's just Barry Delmore.
He's a right-wing religious person.
Here comes Barry Delmore.
Good morning, everyone.
Hi, Fred.
Not exactly a good morning because there's been an attack.
Attack on what, Barry?
There's been an attack on the American family. It started out with this gay marriage bill passing in New York City.
Uh-huh.
So that gave liberals license to attack the American family, the institution of the American family. Now, not only figuratively, but physically as well.
So you're it's not a religious nut, you're like a talk radio guy. You're like a right-wing talk radio guy.
Well, I'm a full-time Sunday school teacher and in Sarasota, Florida, and also studying to get my AA and Christian leadership from Liberty College Online.
Okay. All right, so go back to the bit.
Well, this is an attack on Glenn Beck's family as they're trying to watch a movie.
Yeah, I heard about this. I don't know whether you heard about this at all, but over in Bryant Park, they've got stuff you can watch movies during the summer.
Yeah.
The other day, Milos Forman came out, introduced One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Awesome.
And he actually said this was something I will never do in Los Angeles. That scum-sucking town can suck my old Eastern European balls.
Wow, Milos.
Fuck yeah.
That's rough, Milos.
Well, we found out that it's really Milos, but they say Milos on the West Coast.
Oh, okay.
So then they did 39 Steps the other day. These are films you've never seen.
Yeah, I've seen that one, both of them.
So Glenn Beck was there. Gawker showed him having a nice time. It looked like it was okay. Then he went on his radio show. Oh, and they played this morning. and said that the people were real mean to him. The New Yorkers were real mean as he tried to watch his movie.
Someone intentionally spilt wine on his wife's back.
Okay.
Wine.
Let's just hope it was just wine.
Wine is something that's sacred in the Bible. Jesus turned water into it.
Why did he do that?
They were out.
It does get pretty busy in Bryant Park, so maybe somebody bumped into him.
What if he needed deviled eggs? What would he turn into deviled eggs?
It might have been just regular eggs that got made deviled. But I think he probably would have
Anyone's mom can do that. That's not as impressive as the water in the wine.
I think he probably would have stayed away from the devil part of it anyway. I don't think there would have been deviled eggs at a wedding that you're inviting the savior of the world to.
Yeah, but at the time we didn't know he was the savior of the world. He was just a regular dude then, right?
Yeah,
it was early days.
It was his first miracle, traveling with his mother, got invited to a wedding. He was her plus one. They ran out of wine.
So what did you want to say about Glenn Beck?
I'm saying that now liberals are feeling the need to just go ahead and physically attack people that they don't agree with.
Yeah.
The fact that the man went there with his family, had wine intentionally spilled on his wife's back.
Here's something that Beck said, that it was like a public lynching. He felt like he was publicly lynched.
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm. And that people were yelling at him, "We don't like conservatives around here."
See, normally you get a lot worse yelled at you in New York. I have a hard time believing that they would have said conservatives.
It seems wordy, yeah.
But I think it's what it's coming down to is the end of society. With Pat Robertson put it best. New York State passing this gay marriage law is basically turning into Sodom. That's where the word came from, sodomy.
Yes, sodomy came from Sodom and Gomorrah.
Right.
But see, here's the thing that I think that they forget. And I'm not here to protect the gays with everything. But when you look at the amount of sodomy going on in the country, most of it is straight people. There's very few people who say, "Don't blow me, I'm a Christian." At least as far as I know. Most Christians still like to be blown. A lot of them enjoy ass sex as well. Now, here's the thing. When you go down on a woman, is that still sodomy?
I think you have to be penetrated to be sodomized.
I penetrate when I go down. Now, so would a woman using a marital aid, would that be sodomy?
That's sodomy.
So any woman who owns a dildo is making the baby Jesus cry.
Absolutely. That's not the definition of a family. There's not a mom, a dad, a son, a daughter, a dildo.
Okay,
it's
so
not the definition of a family.
What is the definition of family?
It's a man and a woman, a father and a mother.
Right.
And the children, the offspring that they have. Now, that's the way God intended it.
Now, here's the thing. You're against people using the American flag as well, right? You don't like if people use the American flag as clothing, anything like
it's desecrating it.
Now, what if you just have like a flag on something? Let's say, could you have a flag beach towel, or is that desecrating the flag?
That's desecrated. Why would you put the flag like on the ground at the beach?
Well, here's an interesting thing. I'm looking over here at Gawker. Here's Glenn Beck basically laying on the American flag. Now, here's the other. I look around here. It looks like, rather in the scary place that he described, it looks like he's in yuppie heaven. It doesn't look like a scary joint running down here, but there he is laying on the flag.
All right, a lot of things can be photoshopped.
So you don't think that was actually him?
No, I don't. I don't think that's actually a flag. That I'm sure it's a very nice picnic blanket, but not an American flag. I'm sure that was photoshopped to try to make Glenn Beck look like some sort of jerk.
Murray, you're on Fez.
Could you get your guest to say Agador Spartacus? Can you get very fish soup, please?
Here's Greg, you're on Fez.
Oh, hey, Barry. So you're a full-time Sunday school teacher?
Full-time Sunday school teacher, yes.
Well, that's 1 hour. That's 1 hour once a week, right?
Well, there's also some Bible classes that go on during the week.
Oh, is that right? Okay, I was just wanting to verify that. Thank you.
You're more than welcome. You're invited. Learn about the Bible.
Yes.
Jeff, you're on Fez.
Hey, if you want to see a good Milo Schwarman flick that never seen released outside of film school, check out Black Peter. It's like, it's virtually Clerks from the 19...
I'm not going to rent a film called Black Peter. I'm just not going to... The odds against this being the film I want.
It's films like that are desecrating the American family, that are going to bring on the wrath of God eventually on this country. It is coming.
What is?
The wrath of God against this country.
So God is anti-American?
No, he's anti any country that is welcoming sodomy and embracing homosexuality.
So God would destroy us?
Yes.
Like the 9/11 terrorists?
Yeah.
That's scary. The FBI should be keeping an eye on God.
It is coming.
What is?
The wrath of God. God's vengeance.
I feel like I'm getting it right now. Here's Brad. Brad, you're on the Run and Fez show. Whoops, let me try again. Go ahead, Brad.
New guy.
Yeah.
Speaking from just a standpoint of mental health, we got a picture of mental health. You know, no tears, no grieving. It's not about anything, but just can't see anything that can go wrong with this guy.
No, not with the power of prayer.
But you do seem oddly more confident today.
Well, there's a situation where when you're doing the will of God and you've dedicated yourself to Sunday school teaching, that you're going to know that God is your backup, that he's right there, that Jesus is your co-pilot.
By the way, when I first met Fez, he was a Sunday school teacher.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting.
For the Lutherans.
Luther Vandross?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's a different Lutheran.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's that kind of talk, Hollywood pagan.
Oh.
That probably...
Holy shit, the Hollywood Pagans would be a great fucking name.
Barry kind of scares me a little bit.
Don't be afraid of me. I have nothing to do with it. I don't judge people. It's God that judges.
Well, what do? You're kind of a bailiff?
I sit there, I let people know what God is judging.
See, I belong to the Westboro Catholic Church, and we accept everybody. Kirk, you're on Fez.
Yeah, is this the number I called to cancel my subscription?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
A lot of people don't want to hear about God. They don't want to hear about the good news.
Oh, the way you were making it sound, it was all bad news.
Well,
he's going to destroy the country.
If this country repents, if this country turns its face away from sodomy.
Oh. So right now the country's turning its face to sodomy.
Exactly. It's got America has its face down deep in sodomy.
Eddie, you're on Run and Fez.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yes, my name is Ed. I'm from Fort Worth. You can call me Eddie J. I was wondering, how do I become a Sunday school teacher or, like, maybe a daycare runner person or some, with lots of little boys?
A lot of it's volunteer work. Just check with your local pastor or minister.
Yeah, but I'm not interested in, like, helping old people or picking up, ditches on the highway. I like something that puts me in lots of private, close contact with young boys.
All right, sounds like somebody's trying to embrace this new sodomy lifestyle of the United States.
Not all that,
sodomy.
No. Bill, you're on Run and Fez.
Hey, happy birthday to Kathleen in the Bronx.
Oh, yeah, it is her birthday.
Yeah, I'd like to ask Barry, what cum tastes like?
Well, you'll probably find out when you're burning in hell. And that may be the only thing to drink. I don't know. I don't intend on being there.
But
I'm
if
not
you were
going
in
to
hell,
burn.
if you were in hell, would you drink cum?
Even that would not quench the thirst of the fires of hell.
Well, not just for quenching thirst, just for a turn on.
No, wouldn't have any part of it.
Here's John. John, you're on Run and Fez.
Ronnie B., I want to see if this guy will pray with me as I accept Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior.
Sure.
Is that sacrilegious when you hear that?
Well, not if he's serious about it. If he does accept the Lord Jesus Christ in his heart and repents of his sins, then he is born again.
I accept him as my sailor. Is that weird?
It's not completely weird. Jesus did a lot of boating.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
With a sail?
I believe so, because there was a lot of times where they were out there on the Sea of Galilee, And
See, I would think he could have just used the finger as a motor. Just he's just cruising along. I mean, I would have.
And the wind had died down, and they were stuck out there.
I think people are fairly weirded out by Barry Hicks. This is one of the strange ones.
Yeah, this guy is really right wing. Didn't see this one coming.
No, I didn't see this one coming either. And I kind of feel like he could make a living in talk radio if he wanted to.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard these kind of shows. Any other subjects you want to get on outside of sodomy, Barry?
This Tom Petty situation that's going on with Michelle Bachmann.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'll explain that to people. Michelle Bachmann has been coming out to American Girl, and Tom Petty has given her what the Republicans constantly get from artists, the cease and the desist. If you really want to come out to a song and you're a Republican, you got to get something out of Nashville. You got to get the Proud to be American. But you're not going to be able to use a Tom Petty song. I don't know why she couldn't see this coming.
Well, I don't understand. Tom Petty seems to be someone who's interested in freedom unless it comes to the freedom to use the song of your choice at your campaign rallies.
Well, it's his song.
It's his song.
But, I mean, before you use something of somebody's, you should buzz them. Michael Rappaport was just in here the other day. He had to get clearance from 80 different artists before he did his film. He did it. I don't know why Michelle Bachmann people can't call up Petty's people and say, hey, we're going to use the song. Doesn't make sense to me.
I think this is just another attack on Michelle Bachmann, a good Christian woman and a foster mother, to make her look stupid. Like she's too idiotic to check on a song.
You know what I would have come out to if I was Michelle Bachmann?
What's that?
Bachmann Turner Overdrive, taking care of business. And then I would have yelled, get it?
And what's with the cease and desist? Because if you tell her to cease, I think that's enough. You add desist onto it, I think now you're just trying to pile on. You're just trying to hurt the woman.
Barry, I'm going to actually agree with you on this one. Cease is plenty. Just cease.
That's all you need. There's no need to browbeat the woman.
Some people would be going, yeah, he said cease, but he didn't say desist. So I insist. But it is kind of, once you cease, it should already be done.
Ron, I consider it overkill.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's more government involvement.
Hicks, I really like this one guy. I like this guy a lot.
Lots of confidence.
Yeah, lots of confidence.
Shutting down those liberals.
And he's shutting down the liberal doors on us. I want to hear even more, Barry. Even though I think it's not that hard to call up somebody and say we're using your song. There's a lot of people, it isn't just based on politics. There's a lot of people, Tom Petty, this is the last song of the night. He might not want it to get burned out on a campaign trail.
See, I see it as liberals being hypocritical, where it's stop the bullying. Oh, we can't have bullying anywhere. Wait, unless it's Michelle Bachmann. Right. Then let's bully her into ceasing and desisting.
But let's say you could be against bullying, right? And don't want somebody to take your bike. And really, Tom Petty, that song is like his bike. He rides it around. Just because he's not riding it right now doesn't mean he wants Michelle Bachmann to take it.
I think it's just another attack. It's staying away from the issues is what it is.
Okay. I don't think he's all that involved politically. He's just in charge of his own song. Mike, you're on Run of Fez.
Yeah, I'd like to get your co-host's opinion on Chaz Bono.
It's such a crime against nature what she did. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to call Chaz Bono he.
What would you call Chaz?
I call Chaz she.
But what about the fact that she has a penis now?
She was born a woman.
Right, so what
She's still a woman.
But what do you call her penis?
I call it an aberration. I call it something that she's going to have to answer to God to.
All right, but here's the thing. Would you touch her aberration?
I wouldn't go near it. What she's done, mutilating her body.
$10,000 to lick the aberration.
No, I won't do it. My soul is not going to go for any price.
That's the same way Tom Petty was with his song. He just wanted to keep it as his own. Todd, Utah, you're on Run of Fez.
Yeah, is it just me or does this guy sound like
Governor Ventura on the edge of a breakdown?
Someday. We got Stephen Colbert's attorney here. Yes, sir.
Hey, Barry, why'd you steal Colbert's act? Cease and desist right now.
Just cease is plenty. He will cease.
That's all you need.
He will not desist. Barry, go ahead and get into some other Colbert-like bits.
Well, there was the Southern Baptist Convention.
Saw this last night. Came on right after Jon Stewart's show.
Part of an online attack where there was a fake press release.
I have no idea what he's talking about. Do you? What's a fake?
A fake press release.
All right, let's take it from the beginning.
The Southern Baptist Convention.
Right.
The Southern Baptist Church. Part of a phony press release that they are now accepting homosexuality, that the church has completely...
Back to the same bit, though.
...done an about-face on it, and that they've actually asked for forgiveness.
Let's try to do something that doesn't involve sodomy, though. Rick, you're on Run Fez.
Hey, I just wanted to say, fuck Kathleen from the Bronx. Nobody cares.
Or about you fucking idiot. I care, Kathleen. It's your birthday.
Happy birthday,
It's your birthday.
We all care.
Kevin, you're on the Ron Fez show.
Barry, I don't understand why you're against sodomy. You sound like you're for it. Your voice keeps going an octave higher. You keep going into the Fez voice.
Get thee behind me, Satan.
What's that mean? When did you start talking in another language?
That's
Barry, you also have this weird red mark that's starting to come down your forehead. Like you're scratching yourself from inside.
It could be. Yeah.
How's the blood sugar been, Barry?
Not hot, especially last night.
Are you picking up on it? The weird thing there?
Yeah, I see the weird thing on Barry's face a little bit. It looks
It's like someone just took his appendix out of his forehead, and it wasn't there 3 minutes ago.
It's like Ash Wednesday, but with red.
I think it's the joy of Jesus Christ.
It's like Shaun of the Dead. You got red on you.
Everything's got to go back to movies with you, don't
That's what I got to do.
All I know is movies. He's all sodomy, you're all movies.
I know. The sodomy is compelling, though.
Brian, New York, Run and Fez show.
Yeah, I wanted to ask Barry what are his thoughts on how the Westboro Baptist Church does things, because he kind of sounds like he fits right in with those wackos.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Tell us what.
They want to save people's souls.
Who does?
The Westboro Baptist Church.
I'll tell you what, bit. Yeah?
So, I see the good work that they're doing.
Does God hate fags?
God does not like homosexuality. And there are people that are participating in that lifestyle that are going to find themselves burning for all eternity. Yeah, good for you. I'll tell you what. No, but I'll tell you what. Well, I'll tell you what. A lot of times, I'll tell you what. No, but I'll tell you what. If I did live in a van down by the river, I'd try to make the most of it.
Let's go over here to Ben. You're on Run Fez.
Hey, Ronnie. Hey, is this Rush Limbaugh or Slow Limbaugh?
That's good. It's kind of good. Slow Limbaugh.
Not bad.
Instead of Rush. Huh? No? Bob, you're on Run Fez.
Happy birthday, Kathleen from the Bronx.
See, people do care.
Yes, we care. Hey, this guest and the gay guest, and I guess the motivational guy too. Are these three of Fez's personalities? And also, I'd like to fuck Michelle Bachmann.
You'll probably get your chance. Now, what was the guy from yesterday?
Jersey Joe, world's oldest.
Yeah, I don't know if that one was part of anything, but this is definitely part of a personality. Roy in Philly, you're on Fez.
Hey, how you doing? Happy birthday, Kathleen. Barry, I modified the Bible today. I changed a couple words around. I'm not really sure the legality of it, if it's blasphemy or what's going on.
That's absolute blasphemy. No one is to change the Bible.
Then how did it get into English?
That is a translation. That's not adding a book or extra verses or chapters to the Bible.
You got to go?
Yeah, I got to go see Book of Mormon.
But Barry's here.
I know. I want to hang out more with Barry, but I got to go.
Favor. Take him with you. Take him with you.
You want to see Book of Mormon, Barry?
I heard. No, thank you. I'm not gonna. I'm a Christian.
Did you say no spank you?
No, I said no, thank you.
All right, we'll talk to you later,
All
buddy.
right, thanks, buddies.
Bye-bye. Bye, Jane. Bye. And Jane says... I'm done with G, baby. He's taking me to Book of Mormon. Anyway, we've got...
I would like to see that him make an honest woman of her. This
Yeah, I would
living
too.
together thing, it's just not going to cut it in the eyes of the Lord.
Well, they're not living together, but...
I think there's some premarital situations going on there.
I don't know if there is. I know there's some premenstrual situations going on there. What's this? Tyler.
Ronnie, how you doing, buddy?
Good.
I got a question for Barry. So, Barry, you believe God plays an active role in our everyday lives?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm on the Giants, you're on the Dolphins. I'm praying for a win, you're praying for a win. How does God decide?
All right, good question.
Well, here's the thing. God answers prayer. He answers every prayer. It's just that sometimes the answer is no.
It's the stupidest thing I ever heard. That's not answering the prayer. That's just saying no. That's like me saying I'll make every wish come true, but some of them I won't. Hicks, who you on the phone with? You get nervous?
I like constant updates.
What all did you get the bomb?
I got a couple of those just to see if you wanted to have it in Italians. I got those.
The
too.
bombs in Italians?
Yeah.
Smart moves. Now tell people about this restaurant again.
This is Sal's Deli in Astoria. Sal, Charlie, and Chris's, but it's called Sal's.
Uh-huh.
And it's just a fantastic sandwich spot in Astoria. It's been around there for
I'm happy to say I think we've got two that make the grade for me. Of course, I'm going to go with Frank Watson. I'm also a big fan of Barry's. Barry, what was it?
Delmar.
Is that the Reverend Barry Delmore?
Not yet. We're hoping to get that associate's degree in Christian leadership.
Are you married, Barry?
I am currently, I have a fiance. Not married yet.
What's his name? Let's go over in Brad. Brad, you're on Fez.
Hey, Ronnie, how are you?
Yeah.
Let's see here. I was going to ask Deacon Delmar there if there's a difference between the Catholic Church and the Protestant Church. Which one does he believe is right? And also, happy birthday, Kathleen. Do you think you got any reservations at Pininos?
I believe that the Christian Church is the one true voice of God. That they are the ones who, that's how you become born again. That's how you're going to get into heaven.
Ryan, you're on Fez.
Yeah, I'm gay, and I want Fez to bury his cock inside of me.
That's a strange thing to... That just actually blew my mind a little bit.
You know, there's help for you, young man. Get into a good Christian-based, Bible-based church, and see if you can turn your life around.
Ken, you're on Fez.
Hey, Barry, how does the Lord feel about radio hosts that get roofied and fucked in the mouth?
Good question.
I think that takes us full circle back to the sodomy question, so I'm going to say the Lord frowns upon it. Maybe not only frowns, but has a little tear in his eye.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
That is a bad thing. You don't want to upset the Lord.
Greg, Boston, you're on Fez.
Hey, happy birthday, Kathleen. Barry, you know pride and stresses brain, which makes him think he needs a secret? Is this like all the personalities coming together finally?
Boy, is this guy dead on. I'm telling you right now, dead on. Chuck, you're on the Run Fez show.
Hey, Ronnie, how are you?
Good, buddy.
I was wondering, does sperm blister your back when it lands on you in hell?
That's an interesting question. Barry?
You know what? I don't know anything about hell, and I have no intention of finding out.
You ever call it HE double hockey sticks?
I always.
That's witty. Sarah Pitts, you're on with Ronnie Benz.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I'd like to wish my fiancé, Todd, a very happy birthday.
Where do you guys live?
Pittsburgh?
Now, how long have you guys been engaged?
We just got engaged about 6 weeks ago.
Wow, exciting. How did he pop the question, Sarah?
Oh, it was awesome. I'm a teacher, and he came into school, and he had the kids unroll a banner, and it said, "Will you marry me?" And he popped out of the closet.
Oh.
That was it. It was awesome.
So he actually got the kids involved in this.
Yeah, and my roommate was involved, too. It was actually in her classroom. We were in the same school.
When are you going to get married? Third lunch?
Maybe next summer, maybe the summer after, we'll see.
Oh, my God. Why even bother?
What?
I'm so far away.
I love him.
All right, that's nice. Happy birthday to Todd. What does Todd do for a living?
He just graduated with his master's degree, and he's looking for a job in my district. He actually just interviewed yesterday, so cross your fingers for us.
Oh, I do. I have my fingers crossed. You guys will end up married in the same school.
I know, it'd be awesome, right?
And I wouldn't mind seeing the kids get involved in some prayer in school. Bring that back to your district.
What?
Prayer in school.
Prayer in school?
Yeah.
They actually pull the kids out for Bible study. It's optional. It's in Virginia, so
That's really pulling them out.
yeah. But it's an option, so.
We had, in Pennsylvania, we had one of the fucking classes on how to roll a joint.
Wow, that's pretty detailed.
I know. For some reason, I still skipped. I don't understand what's wrong with me. All right, Sarah. Talk to you later.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye-bye. There she is. Her and Todd engaged over there in Pittsburgh. The whole school was all part of the hijinks and fun.
Good for them.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
I think this one's going to last.
When are you going to hook up with that gal of yours?
Oh, I'm not the marrying kind, Ronnie B. I don't think I could.
Do you think you'll be able to keep her forever just in this weekend relationship that you're involved in, or you want to put that out of your head?
I like to put things out of my head a lot of times. Just try to focus on now. Let's stay in the moment.
Rick, you're on Run Fez.
Hey, Ronnie, I want to ask Barry if his fiancée is from Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada.
That's the Canadian side, isn't it? Where your girl lives?
That is the Canadian side, yep.
You don't get together with her very often, huh?
No, it's a long-term relationship, but we pray every night over the phone and ask the Lord to give us strength to keep us strong and pure.
Masturbation bad?
Absolutely. You do not want to spill that seed.
But what if you're spilling it on someone else?
In a marriage, that's fine.
So you can jack on her in a marriage?
Well, it should be for procreation, actually. I misspoke.
All right, so mistake then. Take that one off. Take a point off. Emmett, you're on Run Fez.
Hey, Ron.
Yeah.
Listen, I just had a sandwich at Sal, Chris, and Charlie's
Yeah.
in Astoria.
Right?
They're waiting for you over there.
I know. I'm fucking going crazy. You know,
They're,
I don't...
They're going to put a fucking banner up. Welcome, Ron Bennington.
All right, thank you. What I'm going to do is just have my intern pick it up. He's standing online now?
He should be coming back. He's not answering his phone now. I don't know what's happening with Pips. I call and I text and he doesn't answer.
Wait, is this Sein-Pep?
What's the deal with my interns not picking up a phone call? Jesus Christ! You have a cell phone for a reason.
That's good. That's so good.
I just want to stay in contact.
It is kind of Joyous Child.
What?
It's the Ron and Fez show. Barry Champlain sitting in with us here today.
Barry Delmore.
Barry, why do you hate yourself so much? You gotta love yourself. Barry, you're the best thing on the radio! The man you love to love, Barry Champlain. Here's Mudlap. You're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hi, cut or uncut?
Barry, how do you like to keep the penis?
I don't know if this is the proper forum to discuss such things.
It is. Discuss all things can be done here. All things in the eyes of the Lord, Barry.
Yeah, circumcise.
Mm-hmm.
Right out of the Bible, God's people.
You want your penis to look like Jesus's did.
Absolutely.
I can understand that.
Jesus was circumcised. If it's good enough for our Lord and Savior, it's good enough for me.
Uncircumcised, drunk on wine. And sailing.
Had a lot to do with wine. I don't think ever got drunk.
Remember what Jesus said in the Bible when he was sailing? I'm sailing. I'm a sailor. I'm sailing. When they went to Galilee, they had to tie him to one of the masts so he wouldn't panic. Barry Champlain sitting in here with us today. You're the best thing on the radio, Barry. But Barry, I don't want to just get you hung up in Bible stuff and sodomy stuff. Is there anything out there that's on your mind today?
Well, I saw a recent study where it said that listening to the radio makes people feel twice as happy as any other medium.
Let's think this one over. I'm going to probably agree because no one ever says turn up the TV or whatever. You know, you probably don't listen to the radio as much as you watch TV. But if you hear a song that you love, yeah, I can see that makes you actually happier.
So I think.
You know what I listen to, Barry?
What's that?
Freedom rock. And I always yell, turn it up. Go ahead. What were you saying? Sorry, I don't want to fuck with you, Barry Champlain. You're the best thing on the radio. All the kids like you.
No, I totally agree that radio makes a tremendous amount of people happy, and TV works against itself. It is such a wasteland of inappropriate material, inappropriate shows. What does it say about a country where on television tonight, in prime time at 8 o'clock, a bald-headed tattooed lesbian is going to be named The Voice?
Oh, did she win?
Well, tonight is the results. And I'm predicting that is what America in its sickness is going to go for.
I haven't seen this since the first week out when they all did Crazy. I don't know how I haven't kept up with The Voice. I love the turning chairs, and then I forgot about them. I know what you're saying, though, about radio being better. Last night I turned on the TV, and there was a woman licking another woman's vagina.
See, I don't understand how that gets on the airwaves.
It was so disgusting, I almost took the DVD out. But this is what we're fucking putting up with these days. Why do you hate yourself, Barry? You gotta love yourself. You hate yourself, Barry. Anyway, Barry, so you're saying The Voice is the big problem with television these days?
That's one of the problems, where these sort of things, these lifestyles are promoted. I see where Charlie Sheen is getting another television show.
That's pronounced Shine.
Why is he rewarded?
Well, he was rewarded for getting ratings in his last TV show.
Yeah, what we need are networks that are going to take some responsibility and put good family programming on. I don't need a raunchier version of 2.5 Men.
What would that be, 3.5 Men?
It's raunchy enough.
What is a good family show that you enjoy, Barry?
The Waltons.
Right, that hasn't been on in 40 years.
Why they don't bring it back
They've
is
all
beyond
died.
me.
They've all died of old age. It's not that they want them on. These people passed away, Barry.
That was a great time in this country, despite the Depression era.
And the Vietnam War. And it was a recession, not a depression. But yes, I thought you meant the 70s.
No,
yeah,
the
okay.
Waltons.
You're right. It was filmed in the 70s, but it took place. I could see how that would be confusing.
Absolutely. And I guess now they would all be in their 70s. I'm not the children.
Yeah. I mean, you know what they say at each other's funerals? Good night, John boy. You know, are we checking on that sandwich?
It's en route back here.
You know, let's just all just take a moment of silence, bow our heads for Pep's safe return.
Who's Pep?
Sein-Pep?
You mean
the
Pip?
intern?
Pip.
Oh, Pip. Is that
Pep,
his name?
That's Pep over there.
I get it confused. I thought that was Sein-Pep.
Well, because if you want Pep's safe return, we have it. Well, Barry, you come up with a lot of fucking, great points here. Not that I always agree, but I can see where you're coming from. And it's not like I'm throwing wine on your back. I want you to enjoy yourself. Tony, you're on Run Fez.
Hey, happy birthday, Kathleen. Hey, I just want to let Barry know that God answered his prayer with a no. Because last week when I was on business in Niagara Falls, I banged the fuck out of his girlfriend. Ow.
All right, what's he talking about, Barry?
That I don't
Is
understand.
your girlfriend sleeping around?
There's a lot of people, Ron, that think they could be big men by using foul language. They think it impresses guys, that ladies become infatuated with it. You don't need it, sir. You do not need it.
Do you wear clean?
Absolutely. I don't take the Lord's name in vain. I don't swear.
Do you talk dirty in bed when you're in love with your special someone?
No, I keep everything pure.
Do you ever refer to it as her bitch cunt? As in, I'm fucking you and you're a bitch cunt right now. You like that, don't you, bitch? Bark. Bark.
See, I don't think the Lord cares for that kind of talk, and I try.
Well, you're not saying it to him. You're saying it to your dirty little girlfriend.
Yeah, and her bitch cunt.
And, like, she's not like that all the time, just during dirty little girlfriend time.
See, I don't say anything outside of church that I wouldn't say inside of church.
So you'll yell, amen, when you come. That seems almost wrong.
Barry gets into weird stuff.
Let's go to Joe. Joe, you're on Fez.
Barry, I got a moral conundrum for you, buddy.
What's going on?
All right,
I'm someone you can talk to.
Jesus comes back. He's only going to do his magic if he could sleep with you and your fiance. What are you going to do?
That's an interesting question. To save the world, would you let Jesus have sex with you?
JC.
Well, I'll tell you what. Does it save my soul as well? Then God's will be done.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
On earth as it is in heaven.
Barry's in here with us today. Barry Champlain, is it?
Barry Delmore.
Barry Delmore. And he has taught us so much. Barry's explained that we at war with terrorism, racism, and most of all, we at war with ourselves. That is what's going on right now, Barry.
There's a war going on in this country. Problem with Kanye West.
What's that?
The man worships awards.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically like having an idol in his life. He's worshiping false gods by worshiping these MTV awards, these Image awards, BET awards, everything. He's bowing down before these trophies, and that's a false god.
That's the song that got a Born Again for our own Pepper Hicks. We're going to break back with more Barry Delmore. Barry Delmore, Sarasota, Florida, bringing us the right way. And I think he's been a lot of fun today, Hicks. I really do.
Without a doubt. Just fucking guns blazing.
I know one thing. He's dropped some of these listeners on their asses.
Oh, yeah, man. Like
He doesn't take any of their shit and tells them all to go to HE double hockey sticks.
Hey, people like that, huh?
How far away are we from the sandwiches?
Realistically, 10 to 15 minutes.
Well, you told me that we were definitely going to make it.
I know. I was hoping.
You're hoping. I'm hoping. Happy birthday to Kathleen from the Bronx. Right back with more Barry. Ron and Fez Show.
We're doing a new thing so he can use it.
There it is. That's the Ron and Fez Show. That is Rob Cross's nephew from his local church. God is doing a no thing. And we've got Barry in with us. Barry Champlain.
Barry Delmar.
Barry Delmar. And all the kids love Barry on the radio. How far away is our sandwiches now?
He's hit some crosstown traffic. Before 2 o'clock, they will be here.
So, before 2
There was
o'clock.
bridge traffic and from the fucking Queensboro, and now crosstown traffic.
Yeah, it is New York City.
Yeah.
Well, he realized he was supposed to be here by 1:30, right?
Yeah.
So, because you know about traffic, you leave early.
Yeah.
And just let him know God is doing a new thing.
Okay.
And God's doing it. Hicks, are you any closer to being born again?
Still, I mean, the prayer thing, I don't really like so much. I don't know.
I don't mind the prayer. I just mind hanging out with people like Barry. That's the part that I wouldn't like.
Are there any, I don't know, I'd say laid back born agains, or are they just all so locked into this?
Well, the church that I grew up in was called Jonestown Massacre Church. And it was nice. It was good. But all of our refreshments were awful. They all made me gag and feel kind of poison to eat.
Oh, no. It's not good.
Barry, anything else on your mind today?
Well,
what do you want to talk? Football? Big Phil's win?
Situation in New York City about the...
Is this the situation from...
Jersey Joe?
Yeah, Jersey Joe's show.
I don't go near that show. In fact, I call my local cable company and ask them to remove MTV. Apparently, it's part of the basic package. They can't do it.
All right, but by the way, speaking of MTV, Mark Goodman from MTV told, is that his name, Goodman? Told some of the upper echelon people here that he wants to pop Roland's head like a zit.
Oh.
And then I just said back, God is doing a new thing to him. Maybe that would help him.
God is always doing a new thing.
Thang.
Thang.
Thang. So what were you talking about, MTV?
No, I was talking about New York City and the police cracking down on the food trucks that are out there every day in the city. And these are hardworking people, hardworking Americans that have had these food trucks in the same neighborhoods, a lot of them the same corners for years and years, building up their clientele.
Yeah, but they don't pay rent.
And now
that's a problem.
Meters.
And now they're being chased off. The police are telling them they're no longer welcome in Midtown Manhattan.
Let me just say this. I constantly hear people saying, oh, I got great food off a food truck. It's never yet happened to me. I don't know how, but they even ruin a hamburger. You know who you would like, Barry?
Who's that?
The band Kiss. They're the Knights in Satan's Service.
I wouldn't want anything to do with them.
But no, I'm not saying all of them. A lot of them you don't like. You know who you would like?
Who's that?
Star Child.
Not if he's a knight in Satan's service.
Is he a Star Child or is he like like a space cat?
Cat monster, right? That was one of them.
One of them was there was a star one. I think a robot.
Some crazy shit they went on about.
Yeah, they did. But one of my favorite songs they did is God is Doing a New Thing.
Well, that was Rob Cross's nephew.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I get those guys confused.
I hope that little boy isn't in Knights in Satan's service. I'll call them by their full name, by the way, now that I know it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let them hide behind a
Their
kind
makeup.
and gentle word as KISS when we all know what it stands for.
Before you judge them, listen to Beth. That's all I'm saying. And if you're not sobbing by the end of that fucking song, Barry, then maybe God isn't doing a new thing. Mike, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Barry, you're doing great. But I have a question for you, being from the great city of Sarasota. How is God helping your town with the grieving of the Macho Man Randy Savage?
Sad, sad day for the entire community. Hometown hero, Randy Macho Man Savage.
Did you like him or Ultimate Warrior?
I like Macho Man Randy Savage, and here's why. Because Ultimate Warrior prays to the gods of the past, the gods of the future. I'm not going to sit there, pay my good, hard-earned money, and go watch someone who's into pagan rituals. I don't know whether there's any sort of devil worship involved in that.
When you talk about your hard-earned money,
Uh-huh.
you work as a Sunday school teacher.
Right.
Feel like that's hard work, doing God's service?
A lot of those kids trying to get through to them on a Sunday to Sunday basis.
Would you call it Sunday Bloody Sunday?
Ron, there's times when I'm tempted. There's times when I'm tempted.
You know, one thing I've learned about me and Barry is two guys that don't see eye to eye could still sit here and get along with each other. I think we're proving that to people.
Well, you're kind enough to ask, is it a Sunday Bloody Sunday?
Right.
And
not tell you it is.
Exactly. You're honest enough. You're good enough to be honest with me, so I'm going to be honest with you back.
So since I'm good enough to be honest, would you be honest enough to be good?
I will do that for you.
That's great. Here is...
Any word on the sandwiches?
Yeah, let's check on that. Let's get an ETA. See if maybe the Lord couldn't part 57th Street for us. By the way, Barry, could you say happy birthday to Kathleen from the Bronx? She's in a knife club that I'm part of.
Oh, all right. Happy birthday to Kathleen from the Bronx. God's blessings to you now and always, and many, many, many more.
She came up, I am in a knife club, and I don't know how you feel about knives, Barry, but Kathleen said like this, hey, should we put knives in our boots? And I said, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Right.
But it's a fucking great idea.
I'm not sure if a knife club is for me. I will invite you to any Bible club meetings that we have.
Sound great. You guys carry knives?
No, we do not carry knives.
Count me out. Let's go over here to Dave. Dave, you're on Ron Fez.
Hey, what's up, guys? I got a moral conundrum.
Oh, no. It's a moral conundrum.
Anyway, how do I explain to my 5-year-old who asked me this morning why the party girl killed her baby?
Say you're nothing but a party girl. Barry, something's going on in Philadelphia right now, and I'm sure you've heard about it. It's what used to be called flash mobs.
Okay.
But in the city of Philadelphia, flash riots is more like it. They're using the internet, and they all show up in certain places and start to go off on the local people there.
Yeah, what I would like to see people do is track down these, I don't know what they are, emails, zip files, whatever it is that is getting these people together for these riots. These people ought to be in jail for the rest of their lives.
Wow.
If you're going and attacking innocent citizens, hardworking Americans, put them in jail for the rest of their lives. Get the computers away from them. Computers in the wrong hands, that's dangerous.
You see the big problem as being computers.
Absolutely. I don't, if you're using them for homework,
Right.
a business report, that sort of thing. But when it...
What if you're using them for flash mobs?
See, that's where I feel it crosses a line.
See, I don't know. Because I want to do a flash mob knife club. Hicks, are you in?
For a knife club, I'm always in,
Yeah.
Ron. I love the knife club. I love worshiping knife.
Now, Kathleen also came up with this. She goes, what if we have little knives on our fingernails?
Oh, shit.
And then it could be like, you're going to get scratched, knife club style.
I love it. Let's do it. Get those made up special for us.
You don't think that that's a good idea? Flash party nightclub.
No. It's you round these people up, you send them to jail for the rest of their lives.
What about this? I love the knife club. I love to stop things.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it is kind of fun.
All hail the knife, our best friend.
Is that what we're going to say? All hail the knife?
I think that works.
Does that come off as sacrilegious, Barry?
It sounds to me like you're worshiping a false god.
I didn't.
God's
It's a big knife. We're worshiping a big knife.
It's
yeah,
pretty
but
tangible.
you don't want to worship anyone but your Lord and Savior.
I didn't know that.
I'm really pro
God
knife,
the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
What?
Someone actually just said Jesus Christ
Hell yeah.
during that blessing. Here is... Oh, here's somebody that might get along good with you, Barry. It's Crazed.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hey, buddy Crazed.
How's it going?
What can we do for you today, pal?
I was just going to say about the
Open some of these up. Let's take a look.
rituals and everything.
Mm-hmm.
They're more into like worshiping nature, you know, not more or less into God, but like more into like worshiping nature. Like,
Is that something that you would like? Could you just worship a shrubbery, Barry, or maybe some corn?
No, I'm not going to worship plant life. What I'll do is I'll take it a step further and worship the creator of that plant life.
Now,
The
are you
God-
taking it further or farther?
I think it's further.
I always get confused.
So I'll worship the holy God who created the corn, the shrubbery.
Would that be a problem for you, Crazed?
I mean, I believe in God, and I could.
Good for you. Good for you, son.
I mean, it's not, but it's not.
Crazed, you think that he has one son named Jesus?
No.
What do you think his son's name is?
It's not that simple.
Somebody told me it was Kipadata, and I'm like, I don't even think this is a church I want to belong to.
It's not that simple.
It is that simple.
I believe there's one spirit and one creator, but it's just not that simple. You know, it's
what is so
it goes
complicated?
deeper than that.
You're spelling it out correctly. One God, one creator, but then you say it's not that simple. I think it is just that simple, Crazed. Believe.
Crazed, do you see it more as a spirit thing?
Well, the thing is, God is with everything. And everything that grows, everything that has a soul.
You are everything.
God.
So, Crazed, what you were saying is the God of the Bible was a lie?
You know, I got a real problem with that.
No, I
Crazed,
never
'cause
necessarily
There's kids that
said
listen
that.
to this show, and they don't
They
need
better
to hear
not.
that, and they don't need to hear this kind of crap out of your mouth.
Well, let him just express himself.
Well, since when was Ron and Fez a Bible thumping?
Oh, shit, son!
The thumping that you're going to be concerned with is when Judgment Day comes around, you die, and you're pleading for your eternal soul.
Well, guess what? I believe that Judgment Day will never come. I believe that maybe the human race may be extinct at one point, but that will be due to their own stupidity for fighting all these wars and shit.
So you think that the plants will live on?
Oh, definitely.
And that's what make you
Because
happy?
They live peacefully in harmony.
Oh, that's true. You never hear of a plant getting in a fist fight, except for poison ivy. Fuck you, poison ivy.
Go to hell. A Little Shop of Horrors playing.
Well, who do you think is winning this one right now between Barry and Crazed?
Well, Craze had that great line of
Right.
this ain't no fucking Bible studies group.
Right.
What he said was it's no Bible thumping. And apparently what you need is a good thumping with the Bible. Maybe you just crack the book open. You know what I'm going to do for you, Crazed? Tonight I'm going to pray for your soul. I'm going to pray for you.
Okay, cool.
Like Glenn Beck, who actually felt sorry for the people who intentionally spilt wine on his wife's back.
Can I tell you who Crazed reminds me of right now? Footloose. He does seem like, because you like to dance, right, Crazed?
Oh, yeah.
And you like house music.
Oh, yeah.
So he's like Footloose. You're like John Lithgow right now. And that maybe if Crazed could say something out of the Bible about there's a time for all seasons and sometimes you got to let your foot loose.
Footloose, footloose, kick off some dishes, back and back, da-da-da-da-da-da.
That's good, Crazed.
Yeah, it's spot on, actually.
It
I don't
won't
really know the rest of the lyrics.
Craze, your dance will not happen inside the city limits.
Why not?
Because we have a law against dancing. It gets killed. It gets kids killed on a bridge.
That's not true. I mean, I've seen many people dance naked on an occasion.
Where at, Crazed? Your house?
All over the place. You know, it's just like one big sweaty mess of like naked bodies.
That's Crazed in the shower. Crazed.
That's just wrong, Ronnie.
I know, buddy. Could you just do like a pagan rap for us and bring the ones and twos?
I'm taking my headphones off.
Oh, geez, come on, Barry.
The shrubs, they rub, they get down and they do the thud. So I coming down with the pagan rap, and I stomp and I choose and I do when I flap, and I stew. And I worship the sap from the tree, and then I see what I can do when I see. And when the solstice comes down, and I pray for the Lord, and all the trees and the leaves, and the bees and the seas, and you wonder why I'm doing the 1, 2s, and 3s, and 4s, and 5s, and 6s. You wonder why? Because all the hot chicks love my Dixes.
All right. There goes Crazed.
Yeah.
Thanks, Crazed.
All blasphemy.
Well, I don't think about the chicks loving his dicks. This was blasphemy.
Multiple dicks.
Go into One's things, and if you can find the Glenn Beck talking about what happened. Because if you look at Gawker, it looks like he just had a nice time in the park. There was no trouble.
Yeah, he was just hanging out.
But apparently he made it seem like he was the object of scorn and more.
Fucking pariah.
That maybe his life was in danger.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a listen to some of this.
This is actually to speak to you and tell you that you need to have courage. We each serve our time. We each are going to have to stand up for what we believe in. Your time is coming, but we also have to make choices as we're with crowds. Are you going to behave like we behaved as people and Americans on 8/28? Or are we going to behave differently? We have to be able to live together, no matter how much we disagree. I disagree wildly with people like Van Jones or the president, but all I could think of as I was sitting on that blanket last night was this. I had to beg you that if you ever find yourself on a blanket or in a restaurant or any place next to a guy that you vehemently disagree with, be it Van Jones, Michael Moore, it doesn't matter. Don't kick your beverage on them, and certainly not their wife. Don't become them.
I think that's words for everyone to live by.
Yeah, it never even occurred to me to kick my beverage on someone's wife. So apparently he brings up some more here.
These clowns didn't even realize what they were doing. They're becoming what they despise. While they were shouting to me about diversity, they couldn't even handle the fact that someone near them didn't agree on their policies. If your lack of tolerance begins at diversity of opinion on policies, you might want to re-examine your beliefs and your courage. Last night, when I talked to my daughter about midnight, I said, honey, we have to love them. We have to love the people that were so angry. She was hurt and angry last night. She said, Dad, I don't even know how to do that. This is not the first time that my family has had to deal with this. It's not the first time that she has had to deal with this. She has seen her father put on a bulletproof vest in America far too many times merely because people disagree with my opinion.
That is a sad, sad story.
Well, to go, kid go cry on her solid gold dollhouse. I mean, you're making a bag of money. You don't have to go late in the park to watch 39 Steps.
Yeah, come on. Everyone's private screening room, I'm sure, in the fucking Beck compound.
I know.
Jesus, come on, Glenn.
Even I didn't go down to Bryant Park I didn't even go down for the Milos Forman. So his daughter was, I guess, the young daughter, all upset about it, huh?
Yeah, that's not the kind of America I want to live in.
Yeah, I don't think it's the kind of America that even happened that night. Let's go back and listen to the last piece of this.
Pity them. Love them. Pray for them. Don't strike back. The term blind hatred is such an amazing term because that's what hatred does. It makes us blind. When I felt that anger start to well up in me, I could see less. Before you know it, you're trapped. What I do want to tell you tonight is thank you. I celebrate the fact that tonight, after 2 years of meeting here at this time with you on this network, I can with full confidence come to you and just say those 2 words, thank you. Thank you for not being, thank you for me never doubting that you are not driven by blind hatred or motivated by rage. I don't have to tell you not to kick your drink on somebody's wife's back. You'd never do it. I know who you are. Thank you.
We are very lucky that the Tea Party doesn't get angry.
Holy shit, yeah.
Now, we're going to lose Glenn Beck this week. Friday is his last day.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be highly missed.
Oh, yeah.
I don't always watch the show. When we get close to elections, I love to turn around. Or if he has a chalkboard out, I'll watch. It's just some of the shit I've seen on there has just been amazing.
It's insane.
I'll tell you this much. He's a stronger man than me. If someone had intentionally spilt wine on the back of my fiance, I don't know if I would have handled it with as much class and dignity as Glenn Beck did.
I like the, don't put it on my wife's back. That's my own private property. Alex, you're on Run of Fez.
Yeah, I was just going to call and say this Glenn Beck guy is, he's an asshole. He's saying that he was attacked just for having an opinion, but he doesn't just have an opinion. He's on TV every night screaming about it and trying to recruit more Americans to have his viewpoint. So it's no wonder people are angry at him. He's acting like this is a huge fucking surprise.
What in those clips did he say that was so wrong? Don't
he
act like
he
you're
was attacked
spilling a
just for
drink
his
on
opinion.
someone's back.
He was acting like he was attacked just for his opinion, and he clearly wasn't. I mean, he has a reputation. He's the kind of person who goes in and stirs up people's emotions, makes them angry, and he acts surprised if somebody does this. He's lucky they didn't beat the shit out of him.
And that's the way to go? That's the way to do it? These are the people that Glenn Beck is talking about. And it's a situation, too, where a man is there with his family, a daughter who has seen her dad have to put on a bulletproof vest in the United States of America one too many times, and was being told, we don't like conservatives here. That was being
Delmore,
shouted
I love
at
you.
him. That was being shouted at him. Anytime they got up to use the portalettes.
I don't know. If you look at the Gawker picture, they look pretty fucking relaxed there and surrounded by yuppies.
Oh, yeah.
It's don't act like you're walking down 125th Street.
I would like everyone to look at those Gawker pictures and just see if maybe they can figure out from the background who it was that intentionally kicked a cup of wine on Beck's wife's back.
Let's look at some of this. Let's look at some of these pictures as we got further here. Could have been that school teacher, maybe that male nurse.
Doesn't take much for a crowd to get out of hand.
You know, Beck tried to go to the gay parade with his family, just having a nice day, and someone was jizzing all over his family's back. Jizzing on a family's back. Mike, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, I just had a quick question for Mr. Delmore. What are your views and thoughts on the legislation just got passed in New York regarding gay marriage?
I'm absolutely against it. I agree with what Pat Robertson from the 700 Club said, that this is the beginning of the end for America. There's never been a nation in the history of the world that has welcomed homosexuality and lived to tell about it and survived.
This is what would happen. The whole place would burn up.
Yeah, you don't see the Greek Empire anymore. In fact, Greek is on the verge of collapse yet again.
Let's go take a listen to Pat Robertson. We have him up and ready to go.
I think we need to remember the term sodomy came from a town that was known as Sodom, and Sodom was destroyed by God Almighty, and the thing that they practiced was homosexual activity, and even they tried to rape angels who came down there, so that's the kind of people they were. But beyond that, Jesus didn't, when he spoke of Sodom, he didn't say anything about the homosexuality. He talked about just the fact that business was as usual until God decided to destroy it. And he sent an angel down there, and he said to Lot and his family, get out now, because I'm going to destroy this whole area. So that's where sodomy came from. We use the term sodomy, and it means Sodom. And what's it like? Well, we're heading that way as a nation. And in history, there's never been a civilization ever in history that has embraced homosexuality and turned away from traditional fidelity, traditional marriage, traditional child rearing, and has survived. There isn't one single civilization that has survived that openly embraced homosexuality. So you say, what's going to happen to America? Well, if history's any guide, the same thing's going to happen to us. It's not a pretty world we live in right now, and we need all of God's help we can get. And I don't think we're exactly setting ourselves up for his favor.
And you agree with all that, Beck?
Absolutely agree with every word of it.
Who tried to rape an angel?
It was the people of the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah.
Now, an angel just landed there, and they went, let's rape him?
Angels were sent there to those cities to warn them, to change their ways, to turn back towards God, and it was basically a rape the messenger situation.
Now, Sodom, was that before or after Jesus?
That was long before Jesus.
All right.
That was back around the time of Abraham.
Joe, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
I got a two-part question here for Barry, so hear me out. One, why do you believe in God? Why do you believe in God?
I think that answer comes down to as simple as a children's song, because the Bible told me so.
So, and then that leads to my second part. The proof that you have that there is a God is because the Bible told you so.
Absolutely.
Ramon! Explain to this Negro there's no such thing as God! Ramon!
Patrick in New Mexico, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, guys, doesn't this whole thing remind you of when Morton Downey Jr. faked that beating in a bathroom by Nazis right before his show got canceled? I mean, it seems like they kind of victimized themselves right when, like the Obama girl who claimed that she got an O put on her face right before the election.
Yeah. That was their O face. There's Morton Downey Jr., and they figured out that the only way that swastika would happen is if you were looking into a mirror and doing it.
Dick. Love Morton Downey Jr.
Otto, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Ron, yeah, I'm putting my band back together. I'm inspired. Best band name ever, the Angel Rapers.
What was I going for today? The Hollywood
Pagans.
Oh, the Hollywood Pagans. Well, your sandwiches are here, Hicks. How you loving them?
How you love them. That's what's important.
These are second only to a Philadelphia hoagie.
All right, I'll take that.
You should.
I'll fucking take that to the bank.
I don't
Cash
know
it
what you
in.
can get. I don't know what you're going to get with it.
Excuse me, bank teller. Look what I.
How you liking Barry, by the way?
I'm liking Barry a lot.
Barry's starting to even move past Frank Watson for me.
Wow.
Because Frank was a little one note.
Yeah.
Where Barry stays on sodomy and the Bible.
Yeah.
And Barry was just about sodomy.
Hell yeah.
But Frank actually likes sodomy.
I think, yeah. He
We
can't
get so many different kind of people in here.
And Joe.
Frank's going to have to answer for that on his deathbed.
What's heaven going to be like for you, Barry?
Heaven's going to be wonderful. There's going to be angels singing, not being raped.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be a mansion prepared for me by Jesus. He's going to prepare a place for me, is what he said in the Bible.
You act like he's a maid. This is better. Although they are building that new summer house over on 30 Rock that they do every summer.
That's awesome.
Where they turn it like into a little bar,
Yeah.
little restaurant, but they only have it for the summer.
That's okay, though.
Nobody, I guess, likes to be snowy and sitting in the summer house having drinks.
Guess not. I just want to hit that deck.
Did you say dick?
Oh,
I hope not.
No.
Barry, I hope you come to the unmasked that we're having.
I would love to be there. It sounds fascinating.
You know, I noticed this, though. A lot of comedians are doing religious material these days.
Yeah, it's, I guess it falls along the lines of, I'll shock you. I'll try to shock you.
Shock you up the asshole.
Shock and jock.
Shock and fuck you up the asshole.
I mean, that's their plan. But you don't have to put up with it.
I like Christian comedy. Now, I am also bringing this up. There's going to be an opening act at Unmasked. First time ever appearing in that Sein-Pep. And he's going to know what's so funny. What are we unmasking? Nobody's wearing a mask.
What's the deal with this show?
That's really good.
Where's Kramer? Hey, everybody, get excited for Paul Provenza. It's going to be great. Exciting.
It is. It's really good. We break here. Back in just a few moments with a lot more Ron Fez Show. Barry Gibbs sitting in with us today, doing a great job.
Barry Delmore.
And here to the end of the show today, but first, Tom's got a question for us. Tom.
Hey, Ronnie B. I got a moral conundrum.
Oh, no. It's a moral conundrum.
So I'm a college student in Manhattan, and right before the semester ended, I told this girl that I had a thing for her, and she's from Sweden, so I told her right before she went back to Sweden for the summer.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've been, like, emailing each other, like, she sent me a postcard and all that stuff. We sent, like, probably 30 emails to each other. But, so I sent her an email saying, like, she asked me if I traveled, and I said, like, no. I haven't really traveled, I don't have that much money. I didn't say that, but, if you don't travel, basically you don't have that much money. So then, the next email, she tells me how, she was at this party with all these actors and actresses and directors, and how, like, somebody mentioned a movie that, like, I recommended for her and she thought of me. But, like, basically I felt like she was telling me, like, look, I'm got money or I'm rich, and I didn't know that. And now I kind of, like, feel, like, differently about it because I felt like maybe she was, like, I don't know, trying to, like, tell me something. I don't know.
Here's the problem. She can get by on her old man's money. She can rely on her old man's money. She's a rich girl, and she's gone too far. And you, Tom, are just typical Jersey scum. And you have to remember that.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you something else about a guy who didn't think he fit in, Barry. And maybe his hair was a little longer and his look was different.
Mm-hmm.
And he traveled around with a lot of his friends.
Oh, yeah.
And his name was Footloose. And Footloose ended up not only making friends, he got the girl, he won the tractor chicken contest, and at the end of it, he danced. And he danced like a Footloose. And you know what I'm saying to you, Tom? Lose this girl's number. You don't stand a chance. hot fucking Swedish girl with money. You're a fucking nobody from Central Jersey.
Tom, I would suggest you get into a good Bible-based church and maybe try a Christian online dating service.
Use the handle Footloose.
I mean, so do you think that like she was trying to like? I mean, because she told me that
You're a
she thought
paranoid
that
fucking weirdo, dude, who have taken this thing from you haven't even kissed a girl, and now you feel like she's making fun of you because she's got money and you don't. You're the one being prejudiced here, not her.
So I'm looking too far into it.
Yes, you're fucking bizarre. You're a lunatic. You're a guy who looks like he's out to cut his own dick off. Relax.
Don't
She
do
probably fucked 3 people that night at that party. One of them being the great Christian Slater. So what do you care?
I mean, how can I have confidence with a girl when I know she has so much more money than I do?
Footloose, you gotta tighten your fucking foot. Let her decide whether or not you're good enough for her. Don't you already decide that you're a fucking lowlife nobody? If she's got money, the last thing she needs is money. Maybe she just wants some fucking freak from fucking Jersey to piss her parents off with.
Some low right.
Maybe you're the
drunk.
fucking nut dragger that's just the medicine that she needs right now for mommy daddy ailment.
That's right.
And you're saying she's Swedish. I would hate to see you get involved in an illegal immigrant situation.
No, not with white people. We never have that's never a problem with white people.
All right, thanks, Ron.
Stop fucking being so fucking hard on yourself.
I don't know.
You sound like you can't wait to lose.
I don't know.
Say it, Tom. Boy, that Footloose. Here's the thing, though, and you see this a million times with people. They don't like themselves, so they think it's impossible for anybody to like them. And I'll fucking agree with that. Barry, you've got an imaginary girl, fiance, right?
I have a fiance in Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada.
You ever slip her the fucking Barry sausage?
Oh, no. We keep it pure. We keep it wholesome. We keep it pure.
You eat her ass?
No, I don't do that. But if I did, I would say a blessing beforehand.
That would be sodomy.
But I don't do it.
So you would say it like it was grace?
Before a meal, yes.
Dig in.
Ugh. Here's Sean, Virginia. You're on Fez.
Barry, I'm curious. What do you think about Christian one-night stands, if you know what that is?
I don't believe in them.
What is it, Sean?
Well, actually, a Christian one-night stand is where 2 God-fearing Christians, guy and girl, they hustle off to Vegas. They get married, they fuck all night, and then the next morning get in an old, so it never really happened.
And this is a real thing? It happens?
Oh, it happens.
I think it really denigrates the institution of marriage.
I don't like to see people run up here. For some reason, I feel like someone's going to go out a window. Or that there's a gunman in the building. I always get the feeling when I see people running around, there's a gunman in the building.
Stalking the halls.
I always assume that someone is running for a fire exit.
Yeah, you can come in. How are you?
I brought you Teddy Grahams. You said you never had.
Oh, no, we never had any Teddy Grahams before.
And I brought you my sister.
This is your sister? Bring her in.
I'm trying, but she stood outside.
Hi, how are you?
That's Stacy.
Stacy is the talented one in the family?
Yes, she's the pretty one, the thin one, and the talented one.
She's very attractive.
Right? She's gorgeous. It's my sister.
We just
Stacy, come here.
we had some sandwiches delivered to us too. It's from a place in Queens. I don't know the name of it.
That was so nice. Here, Stacy,
Pep-
come over here.
Pep, what was the name of it? You know Barry, don't you? Barry is.
Yeah.
You're the single mom?
No.
All right, I just want to tell you something.
Tell me.
Pete Dominic is not a substitute for that child having a father in its life.
You know what? I was
You'd
watching
always
it.
have to come into play. When
I was watching The King of Queens, and that's a very bad thing to have a work husband. It showed up on that show.
I showed up in here,
Mhm.
not looking for a fight.
Right.
I came bearing Teddy Grahams, and in case you two never had goldfish, I brought you those too.
Are they Swedish goldfish?
No, they're not.
Huh.
Because the Swedish fish are not savory.
Yes, I've eaten goldfish. I'm an alcoholic.
Well, what do
It's
I
the
know what
Teddy
you've
Grahams
not
that
had?
they don't hand out in bars.
Ronnie B. And tell me your name again, sir.
That's Barry. I think it's Barry Gordy.
Barry Delmore.
Oh, hello, Barry Delmar.
Yeah.
Is he doing the news?
No,
Oh,
no,
did he
he
leave
decided
already?
not to. He decided to be a right-wing religious nut.
Oh,
This guy.
I
But
heard you
maybe
talking earlier
tomorrow
about
the news guy will be here, who I imagine is going to have the same exact voice. They all do. It's just deeper, no matter what it is.
I've heard
all right, let's
small
try a Teddy Graham.
distinctions.
So what I like about this is we're not letting Michelle Obama rule our refrigerators.
I don't even know what that means.
Where she's trying to take the chocolate milk out of school. And
Well, do you really think the chocolate milk has to stay in the school?
I think a parent has every right
All right,
to feed the
Teddy Graham
child
is
what
awful.
they want to.
Tastes like a graham cracker.
Well, the Graham aspect of Teddy Graham, I think, is referencing the graham cracker nature.
I don't know.
I'm going to take a leap here.
So you guys doing the show together today?
Yes, my sister Stacy's going to be on the air with me at 5
And what are you
o'clock.
guys going to be talking about?
Stace, why don't you tell him?
Well, I just thought that today would be the day for me just to let loose and
Yeah.
pretty much discuss everything I hate about every person who's been mean to any one of my kids. I'm just going to name them. I'm just going to get it all out.
I would love that. Yeah, I'll definitely be listening. Now, how old are your kids?
13, 15, and 17.
All right, so they're at the worst possible ages
Uh-huh.
that children can be at. That's the age where they're so hateable. They are so absolutely hateable.
Not our children.
But wait a second. It's not that they're so hateable. It's the parents of the children.
Oh,
that are
yeah,
so
they're
hateable.
awful.
Way worse.
Well, you know, the other thing, too, is like they expect you at that age, when they just start to be on teams and all, that the parents want to hang out with you like your friends. And like, no, that can't happen. I can't get involved in some kind of wife swapping thing with the parents of the little leagues. It's nuts.
No, we don't do that. We're not so social. We hang out together, my sister and I, and with our husbands. And not Pete Dominic.
That stunts your growth, though. You realize that, right?
What to just
That stops your growth for both of you.
We have other friends. They come along too, but we don't.
Let me guess. I bet you have no black friends because you hang around in your same.
You are so judgmental and so taking leaps that are completely.
Do you have black friends?
I do.
Name one.
Thea.
How many days a week does she come in?
Thea's not even black. Is that who it is? Is that what you think?
That's what I'm thinking.
A maid?
No.
It's an inside joke. Say the two sisters together keep everybody else from being
Can
involved.
you name anyone else?
You know what, Stacy? I brought you here to have a good time, not to sell me out.
Well, I only have black friends. Blacks and Puerto Ricans.
I know that
is
about
all I
you.
hang out with.
It's been made clear to me several times.
Would you do me a favor and check on
Wait.
Black Girl, my friend?
Can I just tell you something? Because I don't like that you didn't give the goldfish
those
any
are the
credit.
best ones.
I brought you the best flavor goldfish on the market, which is the
What
s'mores
flavor?
variety.
It seems like you went out of your way. You spent a lot of money on this.
I did go out of my way this morning. I went to the market, which I don't like to do very often.
You normally have Thea do that?
No. No, I order on the phone.
So you're literally going to name names today.
Evidently, my sister is. It's not something that I do, but my sister Stacy wants. She's got a lot of anger.
Are you going to
And-
play Stacy's mom when she comes in?
Oh, what a great idea!
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
By the way,
can we talk about the intern with no name?
Yeah.
Can he write stuff for me too?
No,
He has
you've already
time?
got a great new song. That Auto-Tune song, everybody's talking about it.
We have a listener in common, and she must have emailed you.
No,
about the auto-tune.
no.
Please, she said to me, "How come I wasn't singing on it? Because it was auto-tune, and I should have just been singing." And so I said I wasn't asked.
Can we hear this song? You're stopping in tomorrow, right?
Yes, tomorrow I'm going to come over.
All right, so we'll hear the song then. We'll do a Smash Your Trash.
Yes, and we could talk about my show tomorrow because there's lots of changes. My producer, Paulie, of 5 years, has given notice, and so
Like a rat, he's running.
he's running like a rat. He got a bigger, better deal that he can't talk about.
Where's he going?
I don't
ESPN?
know. He hasn't said. Can't
Fox
discuss
News?
anything. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I just know he's leaving me.
What the hell are these things?
Marshmallows. Marshmallows are sometimes melted with fire.
What?
That sometimes people do that.
Melt it with fire?
Yep, marshmallows over a flame.
In a
Sometimes.
kiln?
Yes. Barry.
Barry's
Kiln.
such a tough, like a stuffed
I
shirt.
just want to know, have you ever used a kiln? Because usually men of the cloth like you, they don't engage in pottery.
No, I have. I consider God the potter, and I am the clay.
Oh, my goodness. Really? So
That's really nice, Barry.
Mold me and make me in thine own way.
And did he?
Rub you and squeeze you.
We can only hope.
That's
Ron.
Looney Tunes.
You don't believe in God because you're Jewish, right?
We believe in God,
But the
Ron.
old, the
We believe
used up
look,
God that no one else believes in
As
anymore.
far as I'm concerned, there's the Old Testament, which was ours, and then somebody came and
Improved.
they did a newfangled version.
Improved.
And they called it new.
Seriously, in 2,000 years, you can't adapt to it, though? You
Why do
can't
we have to
finally
adapt
go,
to
it's
it?
nice?
Why? I like antiques.
That's a good point.
Thank you. Thank you.
You got a lot of 2,000-year-old furniture over at the house?
I might.
You guys are going to be kicking ass and taking names today. I'm going to be listening.
You betcha. Come on down.
Well, I don't like to bump into Pete Dominic. It's so strange.
Should I bring Pete here? When do you want me to come on the air with Pete so we can
Ugh.
just hash this out again?
Ugh.
There's nothing going on. We are just friends. Although I am going to have my sister meet him today because I think it's time.
Did she talk about Pete Dominic and all that?
Every single day.
A lot of people gossip. A lot of people gossip.
Yeah.
It's not such a bad thing, I hear. Having one, guy here, one at home. It's what?
What?
Is that so? That's the right thing.
It is not a thing. I don't have a guy here. We're just friends.
I'll get back to you on that.
There's
Okay,
no
good.
physical contact.
I got to see how the chemistry is.
Now, this is this your older sister or younger?
Yes. She's older by 19 months.
You are kidding me.
No.
She's older than you.
But
wow.
Ronnie B,
Am
that
I
really,
embarrassed?
This really hurt.
No, I
It
made
hurt
that up.
me.
That was the
really
embarrassing
made me
thing.
Barry.
She likes antiques too.
What does he mean by that?
I don't know.
That doesn't even make sense.
It didn't.
You get it? That it didn't have a place to
Tito
go.
just put a picture up.
Oh, that's what he looks like?
Yeah.
Why are you putting Pete up on
No,
the
no, no. He looks like Twilight. Just fucking got angry.
He doesn't look like, but it does look like a professional shot. I'm going to have to address that with him.
Yeah. What were you on yesterday? We saw you on CNN, but we couldn't hear.
Oh, so I was on CNN yesterday.
Yeah.
Where's your impression?
Just go ahead.
Just I want to hear it.
I don't know, but your
I love it
sister's
so
here.
much.
Just let's go in.
I just one time, just once for me.
No, let's just move on.
Did you hear?
Yeah.
Is this about the dead mother?
No.
Oh.
Oh, you're bringing up
What?
my mom? I did actually.
Who's
did talk
dead
about-
mother?
well, I lost my mom close to 3 years ago.
No, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
Every time she comes in.
Next Friday is
Yeah.
the anniversary, 3 years. Anyway, so I was on talking about this thing in Sweden where there's this preschool that is taking away all gender references. How do you feel about that, Barry?
I think it's ridiculous. I think it's another thing that liberals will try to jump on in this country.
Yes.
And just try to destroy the family unit even more
So
with it.
you think gender stereotyping is a way to keep a family unit?
On a family.
Well,
doesn't
he
like
must.
children.
If he's this biblical, he's probably crying himself to sleep at night.
I didn't know that. Are you, Barry?
No, I'm praying myself to sleep at night.
Same diff.
See, she doesn't understand the new book.
Sure.
The new improved
Listen,
book.
I understand the new book.
Where
I
Jesus
know.
forgives us.
There is a Jesus.
You stop at Malachi,
I don't know what that is.
Me either.
the last book of the Old Testament.
See?
Barry was flying along the early part of the show, and then the mixing he doesn't do.
happened.
Prepared, he's great at.
Right, I gotta
Repartee.
go. I have
Go,
five
you guys,
things that
kick
have
some
to-
ass
I'm
today.
gonna come over tomorrow.
All right.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Rock on.
All right,
Bye.
rock on.
Enjoy
Bye-bye.
the snack.
Nice meeting you.
And you have some too, Sein-Pep.
Oh, I will. I will.
It sounds just like them.
I know.
Cute sisters. There they go together. Off to do a show.
She's my favorite person.
Yeah, she's great. Oh, God, it was so Jewy in here. Wasn't it? This was just like the most Jewish place I've ever been.
Jewtown, USA.
My kids are 13, 15, and 17.
I'm going to light them up.
I hate anyone who doesn't treat my child like the princess of the city. Where did you go on that one, Bear? You got lost.
All I could think of was trying to convert them. I was thinking about their souls.
You got lost. Sein-Pep, what would you give Barry?
I'll give him a solid A minus.
B minus?
A minus.
Oh,
huh?
A minus. I can't understand.
Come
So
on.
you're only going to put him right below the big gay character.
Big Gay Frank. Yeah.
What would you give yourself, Barry?
I would give myself a B.
For boy!
For Bible. So I don't know if I was able to convert anyone today. But I want to make sure the good news gets out there that Jesus Christ died for your sins.
It's kind of blasphemous when you take it. When you take comedy this far, I like a little bit of it, but when it gets pounded like this, blasphemy comes in for me.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing I'm going to take any points off for.
But sodomy talk was okay?
I didn't mind the sodomy talk. I thought that was fun.
Just like in real life.
Sure. And again, heteros like a little sodomy themselves. Bobby, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Barry's doing a great job today.
Barry, you're the best thing on the radio.
Great job.
I will tell you this. She came in with like $59 worth of graham crackers. And if she would have just came in with $59, it would have been great.
Oh, fuck yeah. Much better than Teddy Grahams. I hate Teddy Grahams.
Yeah, the this tastes so good. You got to try it.
Goldfish, though, are good.
Yeah, but the goldfish also tastes like graham crackers, and there's like marshmallows. Just taste it. Just try it. Nice. Good. Enjoy. So, who's coming in tomorrow, Barry? Do you know? Could you look deep inside your fucking broken soul and tell us who's in there for tomorrow?
I'm not sure if it's Hank Reynolds. I guess he's up in the lineup.
I would love to get just like an answer at the end of the show so we would know where to begin the next day.
Well, I talked to the hospital, and Hank, I think, is going to be released from the ICU soon. So, hey, things are looking up. I think that was, they just put him there because they were worried. That's about 9 broken ribs.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, I don't want him to come in then. Maybe you should take a couple days off.
He's real excited to come in, though.
That's the sort of injury that hurts no matter what you do. You can't even breathe. Be comfortable.
And after the debacle today, maybe Sam needs to be back on that show. How do you feel about Sam, Bear?
Sam, I'm not real sure of. I believe that he's someone that probably bears false witness against his neighbors.
Yeah, he did against my friend Fez. He always did. Tom, Kansas, you're on Fez.
Yeah, Barry, do you use a prophylactic when you lay down with your lady friend?
Like I said, we keep a chaste relationship.
You keep chasing her?
Maybe one day I'll catch her, but no, we keep it pure. Until we're married. Until we're married in the eyes of God.
And then you guys get impure. Just start fucking banging it out.
Tearing that shit up.
Then we have the proper family relationship.
Mount or doggy style?
Man and woman. One man, one woman.
Roof.
It's marriage as God intended it.
Hicks, what about for you? Same way? Marriage as God intended it?
Sure.
Jeff, Massachusetts, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, Barry, do you get upset when the kids spray paint on the God Listens signs to Slayer? Because I always get a good chuckle out of it.
You like Slayer, Barry?
Slayer, I think it has its place. I think if it's something that's going to bring the kids back into the church, that it's going to have them getting a message where they want to learn a little bit more about God, I think, I'm all for it.
So you do like Slayer?
Yeah. I'm not a fan of things like the Gaga.
I think you're kind of confused about who Slayer is.
Thought it was somebody else.
Who are you thinking?
Thought it was
Slayton?
Striper.
Bobby Slayton? Kathleen from the Bronx will be fucking seriously up and jamming to this. This is her shit right here.
You can't get enough of it.
So, Hicks, are you setting Kathleen off with one of her favorite songs all times? What are you doing for her today?
Satellite of Love, Lou Reed. I know she loves
Well,
it.
there's a Satellite of Love that she loves by Morrissey that's rocking the YouTube right now. If you can line that up, she might go crazy.
I always wanted to make Kathleen from the Bronx go crazy.
That sounded sexual the way you did that.
What?
Not me, not Sein-Pep.
Not me.
Yeah, I know. Sein-Pep acted like he was into chicks in that thing, but you never really got the feeling that it was 100%.
Hey, John, check out this beard I'm with.
And now he's married, I think, to Jennifer Hutt's sister.
We're
going to do it all today.
Sure are, sweetheart.
Remember when I like acted like, yeah, your kids are bad? No. Everyone who doesn't like them is bad, Ron. And it's good to have a little strange at work.
Yeah, she was all about it.
We do it all for the nookie. The nookie. So you do have Morrissey lined up for her today.
Let's hit it.
This is Morrissey doing Satellite of Love in a very Morrissey way.
Oh, yeah. Sexually ambiguous.
What is he?
Sexually ambiguous. Asexual.
Morrissey's so truthful that he can't even lie about watching TV and a cover song. He has to point out, I don't like TV. I don't want anyone to take it the wrong way. He also doesn't eat meat. He's also sad for all the sadness that's happened in the world. Barry, thank you for being in here today. You and that red mark on your head have really turned the show around in a big, big way. 2 out of 3 shows I've loved my co-host.
Yeah, banged it out. Good fucking average.
Tomorrow I want the Jersey Shore guy to come back.
Okay.
He only does good with his characters if they literally are part of his personality.
Yeah.
It's not acting. It's being, but just not being all the others. What did you write every other day for?
That's what the characters seem to be better every other day.
Ah!
Yeah.
So tomorrow we hit the shit. I might take off tomorrow.